Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're a returner, thank you for coming back. I have this cool idea, or at least I think it's cool. Oh my god, these are rattly, but they're cute. I'll go ahead and give you a good look just in case if I snatch them out in 2 minutes. But I wanted to put my own spin on a buy or will I buy it anti-haul, like those style of videos, which a lot of people do, and I've done them myself, but I wanted to have my own theme for it. So I thought, why don't we just swipe left or right? So that's what we're gonna do. It's already a really fun topic for me because makeup launches are constantly coming out and it's really hard to keep up with because of just like the amount of launches. I'm gonna just be taking notes and making my list, and whenever I feel like my list is long enough, we'll sit down and we will do a Tinder for makeup. Nope. I did mix in maybe a little bit of skincare. I love skincare and I feel like a lot of popular skincare brands get just as much love as the makeup. So we're gonna swipe right if we like the product and left if we dislike it. So let's get going. First up, the Tatcha Silk Powder Setting Powder. This is supposed to be blurring, anti-pollution. It's supposed to be everything you could possibly want it to be. It is $48, which is pricey, but if you've tried Tatcha, most of us will agree that they are great products. But then I saw a couple people use this who are fair, and it actually kind of like darkened concealer on people like that are close to my skin tone, which really to me was a big bummer because I was super excited. It was a yes. I was swiping right. Then I saw the color thing and I'm like, dang. So really I think they need a couple more colors. They have like 3 colors in their little eye pearl thing. So maybe that could be something that they do is branch out, but I think probably a lighter and a darker if it's gonna have, you know, a little bit of color in it. So unfortunately we're swiping left and saying no to the Tatcha powder. Next up, Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. I can't believe that this is not like a big thing, and then I thought about it and I'm like, well, maybe it's because everything that has come out since original Shape Tape concealer has been hit and miss, to say the least. I feel like some of the Shape Tape products that have come out have been not so good. They've had to revisit color ranges. Some of the formulas have not been really raved about, but I still remember using my Tarte Shape Tape for the first time and thinking, wow, I really liked it. The only downside for me was that I'm already dry around my eyes and I felt like it was a bit drying. So when I saw this, personally, I was interested. So this has a moisture matte finish. It's supposed to smooth and plump and reduce the look of pores, reduce the look of lines. I have to swipe right on this. This is just like that. You had a really amazing first date and now he proposes a second date, something different, but you're interested because it was good the first time around. So we're swiping right. All right, let's talk about Jaclyn Cosmetics. This launch has already come and gone, but you know you can expect a relaunch, so we're still going to talk about it. The Poutspoken Liquid Lips. So 15 shades of liquid lipstick, 12 shades of liner. The lipsticks go for 20, the lip liners go for 18, and from what I can tell, they're getting pretty good reviews. I know that there may have been a couple negative here and there, but this is just one of those situations where you need to find out for yourself. And kudos on a serious note to Jaclyn for, you know, overcoming the bad launch, the bad lipstick, the things that happened and the refunds and all of that, and still coming back and saying, I still want to make lipstick, I still want to do this the way that I want to do it, and maybe doing something that is a little bit more her. I don't know what it is, I just feel like this launch is very her. So on a serious note, I really look up to that because it would be totally embarrassing. I mean, honestly, it would be very embarrassing to have to go through all of that. So for her to come back with a new launch and everybody be so excited about it, I have to say, I think that's really cool. So I'm gonna swipe right on these. Even though I didn't purchase any, this is one of those where like if I could have gotten like the whole kit, I just can't right now spend that kind of money on makeup, but I wholeheartedly support the launch and I am going to look at purchasing some of the shades. I'm swiping right. All right, next up, I saw these and I want to talk about some affordable stuff too because I think that's very fun. The Makeup Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush. Now obviously you can tell today I did a lot of blush. Blush is just a very popular thing right now, and if you like the look, please. If you don't like the look, don't do it because it's fine not to follow every makeup trend out there, but if you do like the look of blush, I think these are really cool. There's 5 colors and they're only $7 a piece. So I feel like you can't really lose, and the fact you can pick these up at Ulta where you can get a lot of Makeup Revolution products, and they're supposed to be a gel cream consistency. Sounds pretty interesting, and they also have blurring pigment. So I want my cheeks and my texture to be smooth. I want my blushy look for summer, and for $7, I feel like I have to swipe right. I gotta take a chance. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about something really expensive. These Dior Mono Couture eyeshadows, and was like, absolutely not. Like, you're doing too much. These are single shades of different finishes for $30 a piece. I don't care how good it is. $30 for one single shadow? No ma'am, I'm not doing it. We're swiping left. All right, another blush. This one's a little bit more expensive, but I'm really into the cream blushes right now, and the look of this package, I saw people get this and I was like, oh, I wish I got it. But they are the Melt Cream Blush Lights. This sounds like summer to me. So these are $22 a piece. I do feel like that's pretty affordable for a higher end makeup brand, and there are 8 shades. You can get the collection for $155 if you so desire. If you want to collect blush, or maybe you've never used cream blush and you really want to get into it, maybe watch a couple reviews. But if you really are into it, 8 shades for $155. And they have different finishes too. So there's natural finishes and there's pearl finishes, which the pearl sounds like super fun summer glowy blush. I feel like it's the time of year to do it. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in these. They look really cute. I think we gotta swipe right. Next up, this one I've already planned to have a date with. This is the Colourpop Limoncello collection, and you guys have seen this, but there is a palette, there's blush sticks, there's shadow sticks, 4 glosses, you got a face oil, a glow oil, and a 5-piece brush set. So I immediately, I needed this. I love the lemon look. I feel like that's like a summer vacation in Italy. It's got like mostly neutrals, but a couple pops of colors. So I got the palette, I got the cream blush sticks, I got a couple of them. I got the glosses, and I got the brush set. So I'm really excited. I think it's just really cute for summer. And yeah, I couldn't pass it up, so we swiped right. All right, now I really like Nars Cosmetics, but I saw this launch, which this is the Summer Solstice collection. So you have a palette. I really didn't know what to think when I saw this. It just looks like a lot of stuff that they have. This looks like a lot of their palettes. I'm not seeing anything new or innovative. I'm sure that the quality is good of the shadows, but I just don't see anything here that I need. It looks like a lot of shimmer for $49. I'm not feeling that one. Also in the collection, there is a cheek duo, which looks pretty, but once again, do you need it for $45? I don't know. And then they also have the Sun-Kissed Bronzing Cream for $38. If I were to get anything out of this collection, it would be the bronzing cream. So I would be interested in that, but as a whole, we gotta swipe left. All right, next up, the Laneige Lip Treatment Balm. I feel like this is one of those where like, you know you shouldn't, but you're gonna do it anyway. Because do I need a lip balm? Absolutely not. But I'm probably gonna get this, yeah. So this is supposed to be a pearlescent finish and very comforting to the lips, and also smooth wrinkles, which, I mean, we all want smoother, plumper lips, right? Or at least I think most people do. I'm also really intrigued by the applicator that sticks into the lid. At first I was like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand this. I was really dense about it, but basically the applicator sticks into the lid so that you don't lose it, because I never wind up using my little applicator that comes with the night sleeping mask because I don't know where it is. Like, do you guys hold on to those? So for $25, yeah, it's expensive, but I'm just gonna be stupid and we're gonna swipe right. Next up, from Trixie Cosmetics. So I've been wanting to order from Trixie. I haven't gotten anything from the brand yet, and I've seen things, I'm like, oh, I should get that, but I've never pulled the trigger. But this collection, no. This is the Back to Fuchsia blush palette. I like the name, but I'm seeing the blush just looks hot pink, light pink, and then this silvery purple deal. Just not for me. I would never use that silver purple shade. The collection also has 2 sparkles, and it also has 4 glosses. And the blush brush is $12. You can get the entire bundle for $110, which isn't that bad considering that you're getting so many products, but I'm just not seeing anything here that's special, that's really drawing me in, so we gotta swipe left. All right, let's talk about the Too Faced Teddy Bear collection. There was a time when I would buy anything Too Faced. It didn't matter because it was all cute and I needed it all. But I've kind of grown past just buying for cute packaging. Now, I love the cute packaging, don't get me wrong. That's the only thing that's speaking to me on this. It's kind of cute. If you like soft nudes, maybe. In this collection, you've got the teddy bear palette, you've got the face powder, and lip injection extreme. So the face powders, to me, as you see in the picture, are a little confusing because I saw them referred to as bronzer. On the pale skin tone, I don't know what we're doing. On deep skin tone, it looks like a highlighter. On the medium skin tone, maybe like a very glowy bronze. On the light skin tone, I don't know what the fuck you're doing because it's very, very shiny, but also very, very bronze. So I'm confused slightly. The lip injection, I mean, it works, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I feel like Too Faced just does the same things over and over. I mean, how many times can you buy a nude palette? I don't know. I do think it's kind of cute though. Like if I got it, if somebody gave it to me, I would like having it, but I can't justify doing it. You know, I don't know. So unfortunately, we're swiping left. All right, let's talk about the Morphe and Avani collection. I think I'm pronouncing that right. There's a palette, a bronzer, illuminator, a lip duo, and a mini gloss kit. I'm confused about a couple of things because honestly, this is probably more about the collaborator and her style, but the lipsticks, you've got like this black looking one, and then a red. Those are automatically like a no for me. But there's a mini gloss kit. Those also look kind of strange. There's one that's like a silvery gray. I'm like, well, what is that? The only thing that could possibly intrigue me is the palette. It's got like half a rainbow, a little bit of brown, a little bit of neon. I just don't feel like this does anything for me. So unfortunately, this is let's just swipe left. Okay, I may shock y'all with this one because I love Natasha Denona, some of my favorite palettes, but the Circo Loco palette for $129, it just doesn't speak to me. And again, this would be one that if I got it, I would be like so happy because I love Natasha Denona and I love the shadow quality, but I'm seeing like, I just don't know what I'm seeing. It's very like out there and bold, but I'm not feeling like it's anything that's like, you need to use this. And I'm sure I would still be able to create looks that I love, but I'm seeing like blue, blue, and blue, bronze, gold, and orange, and then like other random colors that I'm just not feeling it. Also for $129, I don't think that this would be a palette that I would reach for that often. So maybe if it were in the smaller size, I really, really love their like mid-size palettes. Like Sunrise, there's like half the size, half the price. You get all the shadows that you want because I'm never going to go through these giant pans. So for me, the bigger ones are kind of reached to the point where I'm like, do I really need it? I'll wait for a smaller one. So unfortunately, I would love to see this in a smaller palette, but I still don't think that the color story really speaks to me. So we gotta swipe left. I'm confused. The Tarte Power Bar, $19. I'm just gonna let you look at the picture. We're swiping left. Next up, Sephora Collection and Coach. I feel like somebody took some acid and then watched a bunch of 70s movies and just thought, this is it. This is the collection. I'm so confused about this. It looks very retro, which obviously looks intentional, but you've got this brush set. First of all, they have rings on them. You can take the ring off of the brush. Stop. And then you've got the palettes. So first of all, these palettes go for $38. You've got like 6 shades in here. Now, I love dinosaurs. That's the only thing that like almost got me a little bit, but then I saw the colors. Brown and pink and orange. No, thank you. I mean, it just looks like a 70s nightmare. And then you have the shark one. Okay, the shark one's probably my favorite. If I were to get one thing from this collection, it would be the shark thing. But then I'm like, why does it look like a luggage tag? I mean, maybe that's the point of it. Maybe you use them as luggage tags later. I don't know. I just don't get it. The unicorn face palette has to be the worst. And the gloss set goes for $36. This is Sephora Collection. What? Okay, so we're just gonna swipe left. We have the Fenty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint. Pretty much anything from Fenty, I'm usually willing to give it a go. They go for $29.50, pretty reasonable, especially for a higher end brand. Light to medium buildable coverage. They're hydrating, they're supposed to diffuse the look of your skin, give you a blurred look. They're humidity resistant, sweat resistant, and transfer resistant. So I think this is the perfect time to drop this through summer. This would be something really beautiful, I think, to wear. I can't wait to see more reviews, but for right now, we're swiping right. 2 mascara launches. It was so funny to look this up because the Nikita Dragun Beauty mascara launch was on Trend Mood, and I had to look at the comments because I knew it was going to be good. There was basically 3 comments. One is, where's the post about the Jeffree Star mascara? The other was, why is she launching a mascara, like a very similar mascara right after Jeffree Star? The other being about the pictures, and I'll get to that. But the Dragun Beauty Xplicit mascara is out. The description was a length volume curl mascara with a slim brush, gives natural lash extension. Let's look at the picture. I've got to look at it myself because this is funny. I'm gonna zoom y'all in on this picture too because I literally zoomed in and was like, huh? So she actually replied to a comment, why is fake lashes in the ad, right? Or the campaign. And she said, well, this mascara is actually meant to blend in your real lashes with your false lashes. Well, first of all you can see is a few false lash sprigs. You can't see shit else. But the bottom lashes look so short and so spidery. I'm like, why would this be okay? But in the description, at least from the Trend Mood description of the mascara, there was no mention of blending lashes or anything like that. I've never seen a Dragun Beauty product that I wanted, period. But this one, first of all, mascaras, I'm not buying mascaras. You get them in subscription boxes, or at least I do. If you get subscription boxes, you're bound to get mascaras. And even if you want to go buy mascaras, there's so many good ones at the drugstore, unless you're just really in love with a brand or the owner or it's a small brand, whatever. I can't see it. So this is the Xplicit mascara, but I'm dead. I am dead at this picture because literally all you see is a false lash and these little sprigs at the bottom. Not a good picture to show it off, period. And I'm sure there'll be more pictures to come, don't get me wrong, but this was just like the first impression. I'm like, what is this? So next up, the Jeffree Star Fuck Proof mascara. I don't know, I feel like sometimes the outlandishness is just like, okay, we get it. You'll do anything. The brand is out there, but it's like, okay, like I've seen enough. It's just not really my aesthetic. But if I was gonna buy one of these, I would definitely go for the Jeffree Star one because I feel like at least it has some interest to it. This is meant to be lengthening, voluming, water resistant. It is, I believe, a tubing mascara because you remove it with warm water, gently just pull it off of your lashes. Those are not my favorite. I would rather just have one that comes off with eye makeup remover personally, but this one's smudge resistant and the brush looks interesting. I think it's just like little bubbles of bristles, if that makes sense. So different lengths of bristles. So it looks interesting. Am I gonna go buy this? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna order a mascara like that. I have so many, too many to deal with to even like think about that. It's a no for me. We gotta swipe left on that too. All right, next up, the NYX and Tetris Collection. Now, I actually like the idea of this and it's not terribly done, but the palette is so large. It's an 80 shade palette. And honestly, like I kind of want it. It kind of intrigues me, but there's something about this that I'm like, I don't know. So they have the palette for $45. I mean, 80 shades are $45. Yes, that's probably a really good deal. Lip kits are $8 and then the Epic liner kit goes for $30. So the thing that I see in this, if you look closely at the palette, there are outlined sections of eyeshadows, but I feel like this is the one instance where a little blank space in the palette would have been perfect. I feel like if half of it were solid shadows and the other half were falling pieces, it would have been so much cuter. I just feel like they almost got it and then they just missed the mark. And the front kind of tells you, okay, here's the sections: T-spin, rotate, matrix. So little groupings of shadows, like I said. But I just felt like if there was some empty space and some space in between at the top and a few pieces like falling in, I think it would have been so cute. That would have been one of the times where like a little space in the palette would really just make it, because if you're a Tetris lover and this is why you're getting the palette, you want it to be a little bit more Tetris. This is just like a solid board. Granted, they did put the shapes in there, so it's not without entirely, but I think I have to swipe left on this. It's fun. Again, this would be one of the scenarios, like if it was gifted to me, I would be ecstatic and I would be so ready to use it. But realistically, I can't purchase everything. I can't own everything. So keeping in mind that I have real people who have real lives, are not all about makeup, I have to say it's a swipe left. All right, just a few left. The Huda Beauty Tortoise Obsessions. You have caramel brown, toffee brown, and chocolate brown. I don't know why this irks me, but you've got the tortoise design, which I actually kind of like, but then the names and the little rhinestones just remind me of like really cheap sunglasses. You would go to like Ross Dress for Less and they'd definitely be broken in a week. Though that's what it makes me think of. And these shadows are not ugly by any means, but I just feel like it's nothing that special. If these color families are like your bag and it is your thing, I'm sure this would be pretty. 29 bucks a piece. I just feel like this isn't anything special. Some of the time the Huda palettes are very special. I felt like Mercury Retrograde was different to me. The neon little 9-pan palettes were really cute. I love those. But this, I'm just like, okay, this is just neutrals in a tortoiseshell packaging. And yeah, once again, I would love to get this and have it, but to spend my own money on it, we gotta swipe left. Okay, the Spectrum Collections Alice in Wonderland set. I've never used anything from Spectrum Collections, but I really wanted to order the whole set. $145, I believe, and you have the key brush for $29. You have 2 sponges for $15. The Cheshire Cat Kabuki brush is $22. I love Alice in Wonderland. Like, the 10-piece set is $72. Kind of pricey for a 10-piece set, but I'm sure they're good quality. And then the rabbit bag, $43. So that's the only thing I was like, like that's kind of high. But as a whole, this collection is beautiful. I mean, I love what they did with it. You've got the key, you've got the Cheshire Cat, you've got the white rabbit, you've got Alice in Wonderland. The dress is like the color of the brushes. All the way around, I like it. I really like it. So I wish I could get this. I'm gonna swipe right on this. I would love to have it. I'd love to buy it, and it's still like, it's in there. This would definitely be something I would love to get. Swiping right. The last thing is the Colourpop Lizzie McGuire collection. I've never been a Lizzie McGuire fan. That's not to say that I hate on it or anything, but I like just missed the boat with Disney. Like that was not what me or my friends or family watched at all. It's just, I don't know, like I went from Nickelodeon and Nick at Night and that kind of stuff, and I like just missed the mark there. So maybe I'm just too old for this, I don't know. But Lizzie McGuire is not my thing. On top of that, I also think this collection is just doesn't appeal to me as much. The palette is kind of cute, don't get me wrong. If it were just like a regular palette, I think it's kind of pretty. It's soft, you get yellows, peaches, you got some purple, so the palette's pretty. The glosses look cheap to me. You know, like Colourpop is super affordable, so I get that. But as a whole, this collection just doesn't really do anything great for me. There's a couple glitters, a couple blushes. But you know what? I'm really happy because I usually love everything Colourpop puts out, and it becomes a major problem because I want it all. So I already bought the Limoncello collection, so I have no shame in saying that this is not the collection for me. I'm not feeling it, but I know a lot of people already are feeling it and loving it. I totally skipped over one. So I put a link for this down below just in case they happen to restock it, but it is the KVD Vegan Beauty Good Apple Foundation Balm. Everybody's talking about it. So I feel like this is one of those where like you hear so much about it that you have to try it for yourself, because I've heard amazing things. But then I saw Bailey Sarian talk about it on her stories, and she said that it really broke apart on her and that she's having a lot of breakouts after a week of wearing it. And I'm like, I don't know, but I'm tempted because sometimes things just work differently for different people, and I feel like most people have had a really good outcome with this. But it's meant to be lightweight and full coverage and great for dry skin, and it's supposed to have a matte finish that's comfortable and fresh. So to me that sounds like, okay, maybe this is like my full coverage for summer. So I feel like for 38 bucks, I have to try it. I have to know, but it is sold out everywhere. I do have a link below for KVD Vegan Beauty for this if you would like to check it out. So let me know what you think about this style of video. Are you having fun with it? If you think this is something we should keep doing, let me know in the comments below. Leave me a thumbs up. I feel like I could always talk about this because I love new makeup, and maybe I can indulge some of my like fantasy buying because I want to buy so much and I can't. So maybe that will indulge my brain a little bit and make me feel like I don't need to buy everything. So at any rate, thank you guys so much for hanging with me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.